Hey everyone, it's Felicia from Compass Land USA, and today I wanted to share with you some pro tips that will help you buy Colorado land. So when you're buying land in Colorado, there are 8 key things that you need to watch out for. When my company invests in Colorado land, we follow these same 8 points, so I'm really sharing the secrets with you here today. You don't want to skip any of these steps because it could really derail your whole land purchase. All right, so let's open up the digital whiteboard and we'll start with the obvious. First, you need to confirm who owns the property, okay? I hope you guys can read my writing. I'm trying to write neat. Who is the current property owner? There are unfortunately some bad people out there that are going to try to scam you, and you need to be able to protect yourself. You need to know that the seller actually has the rights to sell you the property. If you want to see the step-by-step of how you can actually check each of these points, I have them detailed out in our Colorado land buying guide for you. It's free, just click the link below, tell me where to send it, and you'll get it right away. Okay, so second point is you need to check for delinquent back taxes. And that is because as the new property owner, you're responsible for any existing taxes or debts out on that property. So you could be buying your perfect piece of Colorado camping land, let's say, and it could have hundreds or even thousands of dollars of property taxes owing. And as the new owner, you would be responsible for these debts. Not exactly what you want for your dream camping spot, right? So make sure you don't skip that one. Number 3, you need to understand the property uses. Okay, and I've seen lots of people get their hearts totally broken because they've bought land and they wanted to camp on it, for example, or RV, but it's not allowed. Land can be limited by 3 main factors: the county zoning, city bylaws, and HOA level restrictions. So you want to start at the top and work your way down the list to really understand what you can and can't do on your new property. Fourth, you need to check for legal access. This is not a given for Colorado mountain land, right? You don't want to be in a position where you end up with a totally landlocked property and you can reach it only by county easement or an unofficial and probably privately owned trail. Then there are properties that have the access, but it's difficult. So for those, you would need an off-road vehicle, maybe an ATV, even by horseback. These properties are really cool and great if you want some extra privacy, but they're not for everyone. So you really need to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. 5th point, you need to check for utilities. Okay, and you're probably thinking, Felicia, obviously if I'm looking at Colorado land out in the middle of nowhere, I don't expect it to have utilities. And you have a valid point, but included in this utilities umbrella is well and septic. And chances are you're going to want to know if you're allowed to bring in a septic and if you're allowed to drill a well and how deep you need to go. So 6th point, you need to check for an HOA or POA. So that's a homeowner or a property owners association. And you need to do this for 2 reasons. The first one is that these associations often have annual dues and sometimes they can be pretty expensive. So you're going to want to know how much. And second, we mentioned briefly before, these associations often have their own restrictions on land use. Okay? So that's why it's important. You got to check for an HOA or a POA. 7th point, water and mineral rights. Okay, water rights are especially important because without them, it's much more difficult to build on your property. Mineral rights aren't really crucial, but it is nice to know whether you own anything under the dirt on your property. I have a pro tip in the guide for this one that will really make your life a whole lot easier. I'll just tell you here, and if you want the other tips, you can grab the guide. So for this one, it's a good idea to have a title company perform a water and mineral rights search for you. It's going to make your life a lot simpler. You pay them to do it. No headache for you from trying to do this yourself. So point number 8, last one, is you want to check for minimum septic acreage. Whoops, there you go. Some counties in Colorado will require a 1 acre minimum as guidance for septics. In some areas, it can be more or less than 1 acre because of other environmental factors that will determine how much space is needed. Okay, hopefully this video helps you on your next Colorado land purchase. You have a list of 8 things you need to check up on the digital whiteboard here. And if you're wondering how to actually check each of those things, grab a free copy of the Colorado Land Buying Guide. Just click the link below, tell me where to send that guide to, and I'll have it in your inbox within an hour. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know if this content was helpful for you. I want to hear from you guys to learn what content is useful so I can make more of it. Make sure you subscribe so you see more videos like this, as well as all of our newest property tours. If you have any questions about these 8 points, leave a comment below and I'll reply with an answer and help you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.